Good Friday morning. I'm Jackie Kennan.
And I'm Kristen Rogers. Welcome to Rise and 9. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, we had a few extra minutes before, so we were tucking into our lunch already.
Yeah, I already ate my yogurt this time around, but always starving when the morning show ends.
Right. And I made that meal I was talking about yesterday with the chicken, veggies, and then the garlic herby biscuit on top. It just smelled so good out of the microwave. I couldn't wait.
Yeah, it smells amazing in here now.
Yeah.
Nice warm thing to
Sorry.
eat. But we have some really interesting stories today. So for one, obviously, the penny ending. Kind of interesting because we've had pennies, had pennies our whole life, and now the penny is not being minted anymore.
Yeah, you can still use it though.
Yes.
The U.S. Mint is just not pressing anymore. They made their last one this week. That seems kind of interesting. Like, I didn't know you could just stop, but they did this week.
Yeah, exactly. We heard from a business owner during the morning show today who was talking about how if they have somebody needs change of a cent, how they're going to round down in order to make up for it. But there's little things that business owners will have to think of, you know, whether they're going to round up, round down. What do you do if it's a cent off?
Right. Quickstar said that about 17% of its transactions are still done through cash. And they said they're choosing to round purchases down instead of up. But we also heard from a bank that says businesses have to come up with what they're going to do at the point of sale without those pennies. And the reason why the U.S. Treasury Department said they're doing this is they said they would save $56 million each year and reduce material cost if it stops making pennies.
Yeah, very interesting. Kind of makes you want to save a penny just in case years from now, you know, you still have one.
Yeah, especially a 2025 penny, the last year they were produced.
Right, yeah. I remember when this happened with $2 bills, and then it was a big deal if you ever got a $2 bill, you wanted to save it.
Yeah, or even a $50 silver coin. My grandpa gave me one, and he said, as long as you have this, you'll never be poor. And so I've kept that my whole life.
That's so
just
neat.
A little reminder of him. My husband got me another $50 for our 1-year wedding anniversary from the year that we were married. So I have two.
That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of neat to just keep that little piece of history. So yeah, I'll have to see if I can scrounge around and find a penny. I'm not part of the 17%. I'm not good about carrying cash. So see if I can scrounge a penny up somewhere.
Right. Or even like I have a watch that you can just use your watch to pay for it too.
Yeah, it's so easy now. You can
just
tap
swipe
your card. Exactly. Yeah. So very interesting though to think about something that's been around for so long coming to an end.
Yeah, and we were even talking like the Sacagawea gold coins when we were kids, or when the states all came out with their own quarters.
Yeah.
My grandma got us those little books that you could collect. I don't think I filled mine up the whole way.
We also had one of those maps where you could kind of stick the quarter into each state. I don't think we got it full either, but it was fun to try. It kind of reminded me of the license plate game when you're driving, you're trying to find all the states. Sometimes you get kind of close.
Right, exactly. A big change this week.
Yeah.
Again, you can still use them. They're just not being made.
Exactly, yeah. And kind of a really cool update with Operation Give Birds. Obviously, we talked all about that yesterday. This KCRG worked alongside the Iowa Giving Crew to, you know, help raise money to provide Thanksgiving meals. They raised more than $8,500. Quite a bit of money there to help out.
Right. Thank you so much for your generous donations. That makes such a huge difference. Thanksgiving less than 2 weeks away. And of course, you know, it's about the people around the table, but it's that meal on the table is such a big part of Thanksgiving. So it's just makes people right here in our community too, and the need this year, especially signups for this year's meals in Cedar Rapids, those filled up in 90 minutes in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, and they also filled up in all of the cities that they provide to. So Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, Iowa City, Waterloo, and new this year out in the Quad Cities in Davenport, filled up all of those meals. And we knew that that could go fast because last year's sign up filled up within 48 hours. But this year they opened at 9 yesterday morning, and about 4 hours later had all of those meals full. So just goes to show the need this year. So we thank you all for your generosity and helping provide Thanksgiving meals for families.
And that was even with one more location. Davenport was new this year and offering 2,500 meals. I believe last year it was 2,000, but it could be wrong. So more places, more meals, and that still filled up quicker. So that just shows, and you can still donate though. Of course, they're already thinking ahead. All the money raised yesterday will go towards paying for meals next year. They're still accepting those donations, and they're so important.
Yeah, and all of those meals feeding around 4 people. So you think about that multiplied, feeding thousands of people across eastern Iowa for Thanksgiving, and really getting them those traditional Thanksgiving fixings that people are used to, like a turkey cookie, dressing, all the things.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. And also today, such a beautiful day ahead. It's going to be 70 degrees outside.
Yes, and it's crazy because it's November, and this was actually the weather-wise question of how often this happens that we see 70 degrees in November, typically just one time. So gotta savor today. We don't know if we'll see 70 degrees again. So I know I was happy because I put away most of our patio furniture, but I left out just a few chairs and a fire pit because I was like, you never know, maybe we'll have a nice fall day. Well, tonight it might be getting used.
Right, you just never know. I feel like even 60 degrees feels nice when it's winter time. So
exactly.
Extra reason. And even the whole weekend sounds not too bad at all either.
Yeah, it should still be beautiful tomorrow. I know the Hawkeyes are playing all the way out in California, but if they would have played in Iowa City this weekend, they would have had way better weather than we had just last week.
Yeah, last weekend it didn't snow a whole lot here, but in Des Moines they got a couple inches of snow, and huge difference compared to this week.
Yeah, just so much colder. So it'll be beautiful this weekend. I don't know if you've started your holiday shopping or any activities that you have. It'll be beautiful just to get outside.
Yeah, I have some plans. We're going to go meet some friends for bowling up in Northeast Iowa. I'm not sure exact time and date, but that'll be fun to go up there.
Yeah, it's always nice to catch up with friends, and that's one of the great things about kind of working in your home market is still being able to live close to people you grew up with.
Yeah, seeing those high school friends again, that'll be so fun. I married my high school boyfriend, so
yes.
They're all our friends together.
I also married my high school boyfriend. That's what's so funny. Also from Eastern Iowa, from here in Cedar Rapids, and so yeah, we still have a lot of friends around. Also hanging out with some high school friends this weekend too. Tomorrow our friends are hosting a Friendsgiving, which they've done for several years now. I want to say it's like the 5th or 6th year. I'll have to check with her on that. But always fun. Everybody just kind of potluck style, and just a nice time to get a bunch of friends together.
Right. We've gone to each other's weddings and when they have babies, things like that. But it's nice to have something that we can all enjoy and no one has to host a big expensive party in order to see each other.
Yeah, it's really just about getting together and catching up, and it'll be so beautiful to do it too. The weather is just the icing on the cake this weekend.
Exactly. I knew we were going to have a busy weekend with traveling and things, so I did my cleaning yesterday. I didn't really want to, so I was like, okay, so brownies kind of sound good. I'll mix up some brownies, put those in the oven. They take about 30 to 45 minutes to cook. By the time I'm done cleaning, then I'll have fresh brownies, and it worked perfectly.
You just needed to bribe yourself with some sweets. That's so funny. Well, I always clean on Thursdays, which I also don't look forward to. But the reason that I have done this for years now is because I like to go into the weekend with a clean house. And then that way, like if anybody comes over or just I don't feel like I have to work on the weekend, I can just really just relax. So yes, I did my normal Thursday cleaning yesterday, which I always have to also kind of juice myself up for because it's not something that I really, who looks forward to cleaning. But
right.
Also just got it done and then enjoyed the night with my family, which was nice.
Exactly. And it would be nice to hang up your Christmas lights too. You don't have to turn them on.
Exactly.
But some people in our neighborhood are. And it looks beautiful, especially when it gets dark at like 5 o'clock or so.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen several up, trees up. I'm guilty of the tree. Lights already on. So yeah, it's actually the perfect weekend to do that because we have the warmth. So you can get out and get any of your holiday decorations set up. And we talked a little bit about the nostalgia that'll be with the penny coming to an end. Something is coming back though.
Yeah.
Vine. Do you remember Vine, social media? This ended in 2017. Well, it's kind of being revamped now.
Right. I remember when it came out in college because as a journalism major, we're like, our stories are actually kind of short, at 1 minute, the amount of information we get in.
Yeah.
And we're like, how are people sharing stories or something funny? Mostly it was, humorous stuff in 6 seconds.
In 6 seconds, yeah. So that's the thing is you only have 6 seconds, really short videos. I remember having a Vine. I didn't use it for anything constructive. It was just like fun with my friends. But yeah, those 6-second videos, they're kind of silly. But yeah, just something that didn't think we'd see it come back. It's been gone since 2017, but it's being revamped, going to be called D-Vine. And it's going to include 100,000 archive video, according to ABC. So yeah, I'm curious which videos they saved. 100,000 archived videos.
Yeah, there has to be way more than that made, but they maybe are just saving the good ones. Yeah,
exactly.
We heard about this in Tech Bites. We read the teas and we're like, it's been gone for that long? And it just made us feel, I think, all a little bit old.
Exactly, yeah. It was just speaking to the millennials for sure. What's so funny is when we were in college, Vine was pretty new. Obviously, it ended, like I said, a couple years after we were graduated from college, but also, Instagram was pretty new around that time. Like, there was not the amount of social media that there is now. Now there's so many options for social media, and so it's just very different, to see new ones pop up or old ones come back. When it used to be, our only option for posting those silly videos was pretty much Vine, but now there's TikTok too.
Right. I could be wrong, but I feel like Instagram was only pictures. You couldn't do video when they first came out, and we all put those filters on them, and you can it's like the yellow one, and just our pictures of our coffee cups and of our shoes and stuff.
Oh yeah, there weren't
that
the
was
reels.
The style. That's what everybody did.
Yeah, come on, that was the cool thing to do. Yeah, there weren't the reels and all of that on Instagram at the time. Yeah, everything was very filtered. I remember like the different settings where you can make like the outside of your picture look dark and the inside look light. Just silly little things and now if you scroll way back in your Instagram feed, if you still haven't deleted those old things, you're like, wow, those picture qualities and those filters, they really can age it quick. Right. Yeah, but just kind of fun to see something come back, a little bit nostalgic for anybody that used Vine.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what it's used for this time.
Exactly, yeah. Well, we hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It is going to be beautiful out there. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy the weather while we got it.
Yeah, wishing you a great Friday. Thanks for joining us for Rise at 9.
Have a great day.